if you're a happy person, do you think that just might have an impact on your marriage? Hi, I'm Bierman, and you can find me over at SaveYourMarriageBootcamp.com. Well, the way that you feel is going to impact your spouse. So what I'm going to share with you right now is 7 steps to become instantly happy. The first step, pay attention to your posture. Sit tall, stand tall. When I was a psychotherapist, I noticed that people who were depressed had rounded shoulders, usually looked down. They were scrunching up their body, right? They're hunched over. Well, if you're hunched over, your lungs can't expand. And your lungs need to take in air because that's your life force. You can live for 3 weeks without food, but only 3 minutes without air. Well, the average person, that's true anyway. So the first thing you want to do, just sit tall, stand tall right now where you are. You notice the difference? Now kind of lean over. Whew. I don't like feeling that way. It feels bad. Why does it feel bad? Because you're actually causing a release of different chemicals. So this is releasing feel bad, crummy chemicals. And this is releasing feel good, happy chemicals. Your happy neuropeptides. Number 1 is your posture. Number 2, smile. Now, if you look carefully at people who smile, you'll notice there's an 1/8 of an inch. You can actually measure a difference between a smile, a pretend smile, and a real smile. But more than just this, you smile with your whole face. Smiling, not smiling. Smiling, not smiling. What's the difference? There go my cheeks. There go my eyes. You're smiling with your eyes, with your cheeks, with your mouth. So a real smile, notice how you feel when you put on a real smile. So you've already gotten good chemicals, happy feel-good chemicals because of your posture, and now let's smile. Notice it. Feel it. It feels different, doesn't it? So you're boosting those feel-good chemicals already. Step 3, you say out loud if you can, or in your head. It's always most powerful to say it out loud if you can. Say the words, I'm choosing to feel happy now. I'm choosing to feel happy now. And you keep saying that for about 10 seconds while you're doing step 4. Here's why it's important to say, I'm choosing to. Because if you just say, I am happy right now, well, you're not. And your mind knows it, and your brain knows it, and your body knows it. So you immediately have a conflict, and it's impossible for you to feel happy in the moment. So the words are, I'm choosing to feel happy now. Say that for at least 10 seconds while doing step 4. And you keep saying that while you go and retrieve a happy memory. Now you want to do it for at least 10 seconds while you're going looking for that happy memory. I very rarely will tell you to go back into your past, but now I'm telling you, find something that left you feeling good, feeling at peace, feeling happy, and it's not something that happened to your kid or your parent or your spouse or your best friend. It's something that happened for you, and you felt good because of what happened for you. Now, the next step number 4, you're going to take that memory and you're going to relive it. Well, what do I mean by relive it? You're going to see what you were seeing. What were you looking at when you were feeling happy? What were you hearing? Were there sounds? Were there voices? Was there nature? Was it an amusement park? What were you hearing in that happy memory? Were you smelling something? Were you tasting something? Were you touching something? Get all your senses involved. Really and truly put yourself back in that moment, because you know it's going to happen. Your mind can't tell the difference. between what's real for you and what you're imagining. So you're really and truly reliving the moment, which means all the feel-good chemicals are getting yet another boost, rushing through your body, leaving you in a place of feeling better than you did before. Now that's going to get you to a place of feeling happy in the moment, and that's great. But you want to know how to live in happiness. And to do that, you got to create the habit of happiness so it becomes your lifestyle, your norm, your default mode of living. Because the fact is, the default mode in our civilization the last 100 years has become not happy. In fact, closer to depressed, sad, or at best, ho-hum. But you can choose to feel happy, and you can choose to make your lifestyle and your norm happy. And yes, until it becomes a habit, you have to exert extra energy, extra effort. But it's worth it because your whole world will change. Going over to thehappysharemovement.com or on Facebook, going over to the Happy Share Movement page. Watch the video so you'll understand when happiness is your lifestyle, when it's your norm, when it's your default mode for living. It allows you to live a more successful, more happy, more peaceful life, because bad things happen in everybody's life. Maybe you're struggling in your marriage now, but the thing is, bad things happen. And when you live in a default mode of happiness, you bounce back quickly and move forward in your life. So be sure you watch that movie over at the Happy Share Movement or on Facebook, the Happy Share Movement page. Now, the other thing that you're going to learn when you watch the video there is how to make a list. Every morning, first thing in the morning, I recommend you do this too, this is how you create the habit of happiness. List 10 things for which you're happy and grateful. Right in that moment, write them down. Now what this is doing is it's setting up your mind and your energy for the day to focus on, to notice things that leave you feeling happy and grateful, because the fact is your world is filled with them, but you're not noticing them because you're not looking for them, because it hasn't been your habit. And here's the even better news. The universe sees that you're looking for things for which to feel happy and grateful, and it gives you more and more and more things for which to feel happy and grateful. So you got yourself set up for the day of feeling good and happy. And now, the last thing you do at night before you close your eyes to go to sleep is you make another list of 10 things for which you're happy and grateful that day. Now you're setting up the energy and your mindset for your sleep. That way, you're going to have happy dreams. Your mind's going to be moving you forward into the great things you're going to experience the next day, because you're working them through during your sleep. And lastly, step number 7, anytime that you find yourself feeling angry or frustrated or sad or any way other than happy, immediately count off 10 things for which you're happy and grateful in that very moment. And if write them down, just say them out right quickly. And they can be things like, wow, my eyes are working and I'm seeing clearly. Wow, I hear some beautiful music playing. Or, hey, my car's running perfectly today. Look, it's sunny out. Hey, the ice finally stopped melting. Oh, my friend's coming to visit. Oh, I found the perfect book in the library that I've been looking for. I don't know what it is for you, but I know there are infinitely many things for which to be grateful. as soon as you start looking for them, you will find them. And I really appreciate your sharing this video, this information, because you reflect the 5 people who are most often in your world. Do you think it's going to make a difference if those 5 people live in happiness now? Of course it is. It's going to change your whole world. It's going to greatly impact your marriage. When you're in a good, happy place, your spouse has to feel the good energy and then gets to choose to be part of that energy or not. And if not, is that somebody you really want to stay married to anyway? If you would like to have a printout, a PDF that you can print out of the 7 steps to instant happiness, including creating the habit of happiness, go ahead and fill in your email address. Just click the link at the bottom of this video and you will be directed to receiving your very own copy. Thank you so much for coming by. Let's make this world a world of people who live in happiness.